Right guys, I have passed stage 1 of my 10k to 200k challenge. And if you guys didn't know, I'm trying to prove to you that you don't need to spend loads of money on large accounts to get funded with a large amount of money. You can invest a very small amount of money and work your way up. If you have a strategy and you know you're consistent, this is how I would do it, rather than you can speed up the process if you have the money to do so. But for the majority of people out there, they don't have the money to put £1,000 into a challenge straight away. This is how you can do it, by just reinvesting your profits. So what I've done is I've done true forex funds. Okay, I'm going to go through the screen, I'm going to put up screenshots and proof, I'm going to go through the back end of it and show you that, and I'm going to go through all the trades that I've taken during that challenge to get to results where I am to now getting a payout, and then that payout will fund the next account, right? So if those of you who haven't watched my last video, there'll be a link up there, and it'll be how 2% can change your life, right? And now I know 2% on a 10k challenge isn't going to change anyone's lives, but if that 2% can fund a 50k challenge, right? And that 2% on a 50k challenge could fund a 200k challenge, right? Well, now you've built up that 2% can now change your life on a 200k challenge. That's $4,000. That's either going to replace your salary or double it, right? For most people, right? This is not like the 1% I'm talking to here. I'm talking to the 90% of everyone here, right? Who get into trading to make money, but also people who think that you need to make large percentage. I know on YouTube it's amazing out there that everyone's doing 1 to 10s, 1 to 5s, getting funded with one trade in one day, in one afternoon, and one pair, and all that amazingness, right? But I'm giving you the cold facts, the reality of the situation, okay? You do not need to make insane amounts of returns to make great results, okay? I feel like when people get into trading, and let's say they have a normal job, let's say they make $1,500 a month after taxes. But then they get into trading and then they see 5,000 profit and be like, nah, it's not enough, I want more. I'm like, okay, so you had a job where you did a 9 to 5, let's say, you make 1,500 a month, and now you're floating on a forex account 5,000. You're like, nah, that's not enough, I want more, and then end up blowing it. Like 5,000 wasn't enough. You know, you just 5x your actual income. Like that's what blows my mind about this. So that's what I try and teach my students as well. Just 2 to 3% each month can change a life. Honestly, it will. Just do the maths on it and let me know. Let me know in the comment box down below if you agree with it. So I've done my 10k. Let's just jump into the charts. Let me show you what I have done, how it's played out, and now my next steps in order to do so. Okay guys, so this is the back end of my True Forex Funds account, 10k account. And as you see, it's been a pretty bumpy ride. I started off with a losing streak, then came back up, was up 3.27%. Now I know what you're saying, well, why didn't you just request the payment out there? Because this is where I came up with the idea, right? I was like, well, I was trying to get maybe like, I don't know, I was still trying to get like 8 to 10% again. And I was like, oh, hang on, when I was going through this stage, I was kind of like consolidating, then went down again, then went up, down and up. But during this sort of period here, I was like, well, realistically, I don't need to try and make like 10% every month. It's unnecessary. What I could do is just make 3% a month, 2 to 3% a month, and it would change my life. So again, if you haven't seen out the video, I'll leave a link in the description if I remember, or there'll be a link above this video, because I think it describes it pretty well. Like 2% a month on a large account can change your life. And when you're going with funded accounts now that don't have time limits, it's really easy to do that, because if you can make 10% in 30 days, you can definitely make 2 to 3% in 30 days. Yes, it might take you 3 times as long to pass phase 1. However, it's more achievable. It's it's just a way less pressure, way less stress, and I feel like most people fail funded challenges because they force trades they shouldn't be trading just because of the time limit that they have to take a trade. Like you might have a great setup in the first 2 weeks, and then you might be plus 5% or whatever, and then you might not have a bunch of crap setups for the rest of the 2 weeks, and now you have to restart from zero again, you know? So situations like that are very annoying, very frustrating. So with these new prop firms that have zero time limits, it's just better. But yeah, so during this period is where I came up with the whole idea of like 2% a month can change your life, and it's true. So yeah, if you haven't watched that video, definitely watch it. But yeah, as you can see, finished profit-wise at 2.88%. Didn't break any of the rules. If I go through my stats, you'll be able to see, look, I took 58 trades, 41% win rate, average R is 1.5, So yeah, nothing Gucci, nothing amazing. But what did shock me by my stats is I was way better at buying than I was selling, which is kind of weird because usually I make more money selling than I do buying. But maybe that's switched now. And as you can see, exactly the same amount as buys as sells. But obviously the buys just played out this time. But yeah, so here's all the trades. Here's all the results. It's live. It's not fake. Let me just click the refresh button just so to prove the point. There you are, exactly the same results again. Okay, so let me show you the screenshot of this as well. Just go into my Discord for the group. Let me go into funded certificates. And I'll show you when I got funded with this. This was on the 29th of the 4th, 2023. It's when I passed. So now I got a payout. I started on the 1st of May. It's now the 1st of July. I've got to wait till the 10th of July to get my payout. Then this payout plus the refund of $100 because it's roughly 80 euros for this. So 80 euros is roughly $100. Let me just double check on Google. So yeah, we're looking at $87 back. So, which is shocking. Okay, 80 euros, $87 back. So if I have a look at the stats, right? So 2.88, I'll be getting 8% of that. So 288. This is how you guys can work it out. So roughly my payout should be $230 plus the $87 with the refund, because $317, right? And that should fund the next account. I know with the funded trader, it's $315 for a 50k account, right? But what I'm going to be going for instead is the smart funded trader. Now let me just show you the smart funded trader and why I want to choose them, right? Smart funded trader, 50k account. Okay, so it's going to cost me $349 to take a 50k challenge. Now I know you're saying, well, you're only going to make 320 odd. So yes, it's going to cost me roughly $30, okay, to take a 50k account. So it's not exactly the same, all right? But it's close enough for me to be like, well, the 10k account is now funded this, because what is $30, guys? I mean, honestly, it's like 20 quid. You know, you spend more than that going to the cinema, okay? So yes, it's not exactly a pure cover. It would be a pure cover if I went for another prop firm, a cheaper prop firm like the funded trader. So technically it would be, but the reason why I'm not going for the funded trader is because I want to use these guys because they have unlimited days. You know, it's free minimum trading days. There's 1 to 100 leverage. 5% daily drawdown, 10% overall drawdown, 8% target. Okay, so basically the exact same rules as true Forex funds. However, there's no time limit. So this is why I'm choosing them. I know the guys as well who've put their face out there on YouTube as well. So again, that's a kind of a big plus point for me, even though I know the funded trader has done the same. Angelo, so it looks like a great prop firm, but for me, because I trade the higher time frames, I don't want that stress. I want to choose a prop firm that has no time limit on their trades. Okay, and again, the 5% daily and the 10% overall is amazing for a prop firm that doesn't have a time limit. So I'm willing to pay slightly more money for a 50k account, because this 50k account, don't forget, guys, 3% on the 50k account is 1,500. Okay, I'll take 8% of it, which leaves me with 1,200. And again, I'll do the same process and go for a 200k. 200k is $1,049, right? So out of that 1,200 plus the 300 I'll get refund from doing this challenge. So 349, right? I'll end up with $1,500 back. That will fund the 200k. So as you can see, 10k, 50k, 200k. I'll then have $260,000 to trade with, hopefully before the end of the year. Okay, so that's my step. That's 10k. Now I'm going to do the 50k. I got to wait till the 10th to get my payout, and then I can use that payout to fund the 50k. And then I'm going to do the exact same. Hopefully the 50k, there's some nice setups during July, August. I know July and August isn't the greatest time to trade because the markets are really slow. So it could take maybe 2-3 months to get through stage one. Now I know you guys kept saying, why is it taking so long to pass phase one? It's like, well, the setups aren't there. I'm not going to force it. I trade the 4-hour time frame and the daily time frame. Okay, so I am basically a swing trader. I roughly take between 1 to 2 weeks to get a trade in. Some people can't handle that mindset. I can. I get on with my life. I do normal things. I go to the gym. I go wakeboarding. I enjoy myself during the day. Then when a setup happens at the end of the day, that's when I look at the charts, and then I do nothing else until the trade is finished. Okay, so that's why I want to do a no time limit, so I don't have that stress. But yeah, that's my journey, guys. Phase 1 complete, on to phase 2, and then hopefully phase 2 won't take too long, so then I can go on to phase 3, which is 200k. And obviously now when I make 3% a month, that nice 3% will be $6,000 instead of $300. So I'm excited. But yeah, anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned from it. That's my stage, and I'll see you on the next one.